What's up, Night of Black Fire? Already here. I love it, man. Thank you so much for being so awesome. What is up, everybody? Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to be continuing our journey, a very creepy journey, through the Mandela Catalogue. And as I was perusing and browsing his channel, Alex Kister, by the way, the creator, it seems that there's just so much more that he's still developing. So I'm curious as to how I should tackle these from like a creator's perspective, because I feel like, if I kind of understood the posting set or how often he's posting, then I can, okay, maybe create a theory, and then a few months later he does his video. But at some point, once we finish these analog horrors, I would love to tackle them all and actually take them on and try and put the story together. Really exciting news, actually, is that Happy Meat Farms, This Place Is Not Happy, has a brand new video. I didn't watch it yet, but I did see it in my recommended, and it has to do specifically with the IT department. So I'm incredibly excited about that. I really want to check that out and see, what, if anything, we can glean from that video, so maybe we can hack the IT department. Remember the post that I did, the community post I did just several days ago, did show that Alex Bale had been working on what he called the final video of the Don't Feed the Muse kind of analog horror. So not only is that incredibly exciting because we might have some finality to it, but also that'll allow me to put together a comprehensive video covering the entire analog horror series. Vita Carnus is still in the works technically, and it looks like Mandela Catalogue is also steadily continuing to post more content. So who knows? But at some point I would love to tackle these on my main channel, because I just feel like there's such great topics to explore. Really good pieces of work that just are so engaging, So anyways, if we go into kind of what we looked at last time, we jumped into a handful of videos. We watched Overthrown, which was pretty much the major or the beginning video. It had kind of a biblical kind of theme to it, and it showed how an angel known as Gabriel seems to have, got some wires switched up. In other words, Gabriel had a different message he wanted to deliver, a lie, if you would, that would then somehow impact us now in the modern day, or even up to the 80s at least, because at this point in time, after that biblical scene, and you hear that he wanted to know our fear, he wanted to understand our fear and use it against us, essentially. We fast forward into about the 1980s, and you have these creatures called alternates that are very lethal, and there's departments set up for these creatures and these occurrences. There's a mental disorder called metaphysical awareness disorder, where you have a 97% commit off yourself Kermit rate. Only 3% have the possibility to reverse the delusion. So there's something going on here where it's like some mass widespread paranoia or widespread misinformation that's causing people to die. Not only that, but there seem to be creatures that are able to not only assume the form of humans, but they are very sadistic, and they just want to find a way to hurt you as much as possible and scare you as much as possible through the use of psychological warfare. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Very interesting to kind of piece it all together. I don't believe that the temporal studies or the temporal phenomena department is necessarily benevolent. They seem to just document things that happen, but they're not necessarily reducing the amount of occurrences. So long story short, lots of crazy stuff going on. We're trying to piece it all together. So we did watch Overthrown, the Mandela Catalogue Volume 1, and then we also watched the restored version of Volume 1, which did give us some additional information. So we're going to jump back right into the playlist, and we should be, if I'm not mistaken, jumping into the next video, which I have here as Intruder Alert. So here you go. We will get started here soon. Let's just check. Yeah, Kermit. we must tread softly with that topic. And I am so glad that somehow that video did not get demonetized. I was like, yay. Even though, I mean, that's not making anything. It's always like a blemish on your on your channel to have that kind of demonetization or that ugly, red sign saying no. But anyways, let's jump right in and see what we find out with the intruder alert. As always, I do have my notepad. I will state that I understand and wish to proceed so we can watch the video. Last time we had some issues with it. Okay. We're going to crank up the volume. We'll make sure, if possible, we can turn on the closed captions as well. I got my notepad right here. We're ready to go. So let's get started. Creepy guy so far. Wow, that's very quiet. Even if my volume's not too loud, I guess, but still. Crank that up a little bit. Well, that's just great. He just said, "I am inside your home." It's very difficult to hear for a reason. Sounds a lot like Gabriel, actually. I am inside your home. And Gabriel uses that sort of whispery tone, very creepy. And I'm not sure. I have a feeling that maybe this is what Gabriel looks like now in the modern time, so he can fit in, or maybe this is an agent of Gabriel, or it could be somebody altogether different. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I am gonna put that it sounds like Gabriel because to me that is important. Now I can hear it. It might get one today. Oh gosh. Keep an eye on your children. Easy enough. My computer's so loud. It's like working so hard right now, apparently. Can't even hear. The fan is going crazy.
Keep an eye on our young children. While working is essential. They must receive attention from us so that they know we love them too.
Good point.
Some of us may rely on key things that keep them entertained.
I like how they're like, the kids suck, so I mean, you gotta give them love, you gotta feed them sometimes. It's like, what? I thought there was something about, let's see, metaphysical awareness disorder, I thought there was something about, oh no, we just don't want to see, pretty much anything that can be seen as scary or whatever is illegal. That's what Knight of Blackfire had told us multiple times. Okay. Just making sure. I thought there was something like that. Oh. Like, why? Why would they put that there? Things that can show frightening imagery is illegal. There you go. Alright. So they're warning us against... Pretty much they're warning parents to be watchful of what your children can see on TV. So they want parents to supervise what children watch on TV. Now, of course, they're referring to things such as sexual content, violent content, whatever, but they're not mentioning aliens coming out or whatever, angels coming out of the TV screens. Graphic content. There you go. They exist on different spectrums. So after it said scary imagery, there's a weird kind of cut at 1 minute 15 seconds. It's a strange edit, almost as if it's not supposed to be here. Altered footage, if you will. And it says they exist on different spectrums. Now, before I was a little confused on what they might have been, whether it be aliens or maybe angels. no, because of that biblical video, it makes me believe that they could very well still be in that spiritual realm. Living in different spectrums, almost like it's like a different dimension, if you will, and that's how they're able to, maybe appear in things like TVs, or they have the different variations and abilities that they have because they don't live in the whatever our realm, if you will. So maybe they have some freedoms. All right, let's see.
If you hear your child screaming or crying in front of the television, wait until your child stops making noise before.
What? Wait until they stop making noise? Okay. That's strange. If you hear your child screaming. So if you hear a child screaming, wait until they stop. That makes no sense. Now that must be because whoever made this video, this intruder alert, must be the same people responsible for whatever's going on. This is probably not a video made by humans. It's probably made by the alternates. Why else would they say wait until they stop? Because they're going to be able to either, off them or whatever else they want to do to the children if you don't. So they don't want to be interrupted. And they're saying, oh, no, you got to wait until it's that way it's safe for you and safer for the kid if you just don't interrupt. That doesn't make any sense at all. There's something in the original MAD section, which wasn't in the restored version, that goes along with this sentence. The different spectrum sentence. Okay. We'll have to go and check that out then. I'm curious if the video for the MAD, the MAD disorder, is in the playlist. If it's not, I was just looking at the other videos and I noticed that he had posted something 10 days ago, sorry. And I was just looking and I saw one that was specifically, it was a blue kind of like PSA video, and it was about the MAD disorder. So if we need to, we can certainly jump back in there. Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. And of course, even it is raining outside. It is raining outside. And the lawn mowing team is out there still. They're still mowing. They will never ever stop. If I press the go live, these fools are mowing the lawn, rain, sleet, or snow. Like, it is literally raining outside. And they're mowing right outside my door. So that's just lovely. That's commitment. Oh man, these noises are just really unnerving. Not the lawnmower, by the way. The crying baby. Wait. What just happened there? It's like I don't know if the mother moved. Okay, she just moved. Oh gosh. Okay. The baby is crying. And there's no baby in there. That is just that's horror. That's like classic movie horror right there. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Let me see how long. I don't know how long they're gonna be. They're literally right outside my door. So yeah. I don't want to go into anything too awesome here with these people outside my window. But let's see. Okay, so let's at least talk about what we saw so far. So this is a type of warning type video where they're saying, hey, if this happens, make sure that you don't go in while the child's still making noise. That's incredibly odd to me, because if you wait too long, then whatever was happening has already happened. Such as this. It looks like they kidnapped the baby, but because you could still hear it crying, maybe the intruder took it into that other spectrum. Because it seems to me like they operate in these other spectrums, but they can still interact with us in limited capacities. They stole the baby, so they it makes me believe it's still alive. But I don't know. That's creepy. And what do they want with children? Why would it kidnap it and not just off it? unalive it, if you will. Oh no. Content warning inbound. Lovely. Whew, okay. The baby's stolen. So, baby was kidnapped. Now she's standing in front of the television. Woman stands in front of television. Like, that's important. She made a move towards the television. Okay. Oh, this guy is just creepy. And it's odd because it's just a normal man's face, but it's like the lighting and the fact that his eyes really can't be seen, and just a smile. You know, like when a smile can oftentimes be something that is disarming, you know, in a good way. It makes you feel calm or whatever. But whenever they're smiling, whenever someone is smiling that has some air of like mystery behind them, it's a little creepy because it's like they know something that you don't, or that they understand the situation you're in better than you do, and that is very creepy. That music. Uh-oh, I need to listen then. The captions say it's foreign music, but it could be that it's backwards, right? It could be backwards. But it sounds Italian to me. I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, so strange music playing. Now, I'll have to do some research on it, but I'll put some question marks and say, is it backwards? I don't know. Okay, here's the scary part. Maybe not. Whew. She's walking back towards the door. The music has stopped. So it's like the message is done being transmitted. So I don't know yet. She's going like up. She's elevating. So is he like abducted? I mean, is it an alien thing again? I mean, that's so crazy. Like, they communicate through TVs. They live in different spectrums. Oddly enough, she listened to some music. We don't really know what it was, but it was indeed strange. Could have been backwards. Could have been like some operatic thing. It sounded very weird. To me, it sounded almost backwards. And now she's like floating. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's bad. Oh man, that's bad. That is bad. That's so getting demonetized. 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Mother commits Kermit. Oh my gosh. That is very unnerving. And then it says, distraught at the sight of her missing infant. Distraught at the sight of her missing infant. That is terrible. That's getting demonetized. There's no doubt about that. GL, what's going on? I'm moving that right over there for now. Content warning inbound. That music. Remember, avoid religious stuff. Earlier they were playing Ave Maria, which I recognized as a song that is 100% religious in context. Oh, GL, what's going on, my friend? That was terrifying, and that. If my last video didn't get demonetized, this one certainly is. So hopefully you guys enjoy, because I'm not getting paid today. Not sure if the music is actually religious, but it sounds like other music that has been used. Distraught at the sight of her missing infant. Gosh, that's creepy, man. That is really creepy. Alright, let's get past this scene here, because good gosh. Thank you. Okay, whew. Emergency alert system. Local authority has issued an immediate safety warning for multiple counties. Okay, so now we have an emergency announcement. Okay. And it's affecting certain counties. Alright. Counties of... Which counties are being impacted? Remember, probably Mandela County, right? Because we have Mandela County Police Department. So that's very likely. That's just a lovely sound, isn't it? I used to be so terrified at the sound of that as a child. And it was like, this is just a test. It's like, well, golly, it's worse than the bombs actually falling on us. Please await further instruction. It should probably list the counties. Oh, okay, that's huge. 3,426, that's very specific, children have gone missing. Okay. Now, which counties is it? That's a very specific number. 3, 4, 2, 7. I'm trying to think if there's any kind of numerology behind it. So if you just add them, 7, 9, 15, no, nothing crazy there. There might be something to that number. That's very specific. Usually it'd be like more than 3,000 children have gone missing or something. Giving a precise number like that, that's usually intentional for a reason. Let's see which counties. I'll be damned if Mandela County's not in there. Bythorn County. I've never heard of that before. Bythorn. Workshire. These sound very strange. Mandela County, perfect. That's what we were looking for. Yonder County. Okay. Deter vulnerable children away from any television or medium that can project possibly frightening imagery. That's huge because that is what Night of Blackfire has been telling me since the first stream. So essentially, we need to deter children or keep them from watching anything, maybe like a TV. I'm assuming they won't have like computer type systems back then. I mean, not that many. Radios even, so anything that can project, well, possibly, imagery. So that would be like a TV specifically, any kind of screen. Okay, so deter vulnerable children away from any TV or medium that can project possibly frightening imagery. So I'm assuming the reason why that's important is because, remember, they want to know your fear. I will know your fear, right? This is possibly the way that they start their psychological warfare kind of process. For children in particular, we saw in the previous few slides or few minutes that a baby was stolen. 3,426 children have been kidnapped or gone missing. So there's probably a need for the children. The children are probably used as a resource for something else, while the parents then, commit Kermit. So I guess the age at which you're exposed to these alternates is important, because maybe if you're younger, they then learn how to maybe emulate you better or whatever. And then if your parents or whatever are dying off, that's fine. It's less of you, right? I don't know what the purpose the children hold just yet. But for them to go missing and not just be, killed off like you've seen some of the other individuals, they just got, annihilated. That's interesting. They're probably keeping them alive, and I don't know why yet. But they wouldn't just kidnap them to kill them. They would just kill them there. So that's really interesting. I'm not sure what the purpose is just yet, but deter vulnerable children away from any TV or medium that can project possibly frightening imagery. That is 100% what Night of Blackfire has warned us about multiple times. Remember Bythorn County. It'll come up again. Okay, good to know. We know Mandela County is huge. That is interesting. Updates will soon follow. We got that lovely emergency siren again. Property of the Mandela County Police Department. So I'm going to put, I need to go back one page of notes, and I'm going to put made by MCPD. So the Mandela County Police Department has made yet another video where it's saying essentially, don't help someone in need. Remember, like if you're the dispatch call receiver, if you heard someone talking about an encounter with an alternate, you're just supposed to say, hey, no, don't worry, help will be on the way, and you just stop responding as soon as, or you can hang up the call actually, as soon as they stop responding. They also didn't want you to divulge too much because you could pretty much lead them to understand like what your fear is. So the Mandela County Police Department clearly has a lot of knowledge specifically of encounters with alternates, but they're also almost like trying to cover it up, or they're trying to prevent the alternates' goals or whatever from being interrupted, which is strange. I think more Kermit is coming up. Lovely. Lovely. That is just peachy. There you go. Kermit investigation recording number 1. All right. Investigation recording number 1. After receiving neighboring noise complaints of prolonged childlike crying followed by a loud crack, an investigator was sent over to survey the home in the form of photos and videos. Okay, so essentially this is documenting the scene that I believe we saw earlier. We heard the childlike cries. It sounded like an infant crying. The loud crack was probably the, part of the body. So they sent an investigator out to survey the home. Investigating incident of kidnapping and subsequent Kermit. Okay. What happens next? I'm waiting. That's like an Amityville horror kind of house. I don't like that. Well, it makes sense to cover it up after you don't want mass panic to occur. Ooh, after all. That's true because, oh, wow. That's interesting. If they intentionally cover it up, you prevent widespread panic. Because if you actually incite that fear, then that's the doorway for these alternates to actually come in. That makes perfect sense. So here in my mind, I'm thinking like, wow, you're just letting this entity kind of walk all over you and act on its own accord without any kind of resistance. But it looks like the reason why is it's because they're trying to tread softly and not, jump jump the gun essentially and make everybody have fear, and then alternates can just completely overwhelm you. That is very, very intelligent. That's an excellent assumption and like inference. Actually, assumption was not the right word. That's a hell of an inference because you're using all the clues to help come to that conclusion. That's really good. That makes a lot of sense. I'm over here thinking like, man, these guys must be in collusion or be working with the alternates, but in reality, it's just humanity's best way is like, well, we don't know how to counter them, so we just need to keep everybody as calm as possible because we know fear is the key. That is excellent. Very good. The primary victim's home. Okay, so this is probably the outside shot of the home where the baby was kidnapped and the mother committed Kermit. After taking the previously shown photo, the investigator reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and left the scene immediately. Okay. Investigator reported, I'll say, an overwhelming sense of dread. Remember, these things appear or live in other spectrums, so it's probably that feeling you get when you're out at night and you know something's watching. It's like a thick, heavy feeling that makes you feel like almost like you have to swim through the air. You know, it's like a real sickening feeling. Overwhelming sense of dread. And left the scene. Well, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Or her. Him or her. That's a lot more brave than I would have been, especially considering that was like they're right next to the scene. In order to provide security until another investigator was available, an on-site officer volunteered to set up a camera that took one photo every 5 minutes facing the room that the event occurred in. Okay. Set up camera. And the camera took one photo. Oh wow, I'm over here writing in Spanish. Took one photo every 5 minutes. And it's facing the room that the event occurred in. Wow, okay. Oh gosh, I'm already I already know what's gonna happen here. We're gonna see that guy, aren't we? Why am I alone right now? It's dark in here because like it's rainy. My cats are being creepy. Oh yes, this is good. Oh nice. So Night of Blackfire says, oh, the Mad video I was talking about is up next in the playlist, so we won't skip it then. Okay, I was concerned that somehow we would have missed something. I'm sure we're going to get live footage now. Every 5 minutes. I will document. Oh, this is like that game I played. I played this game called Alternate Watch, I think last weekend. I didn't have much. It's like a game from, gosh, I don't know if is it Ichio or whatever. I think it's Ichio, and I don't like to play games on my computer much unless they're like absolutely no stress on the computer, because this is the computer I use for editing and doing all my videos across my channels. So I don't like to play computer games, and the Steam Deck is great, but I can't actually capture the footage unless I use the power cord. You have to use an adapter to switch it to an HD. So like while you're playing, you only have the battery life to be able to record footage, which is like 45 minutes to an hour. So it's very short. They had stated, or Steam had stated, they were going to create what they call the Steam Dock, which is like the docking station for the Nintendo Switch, where you can place it inside and it'll project on the TV. That was years ago, and they've yet to even mention it anymore. But the Steam Deck would be an excellent machine for getting this kind of footage for these awesome indie games and Steam games and Ichio games, if and only if I could I had the ability to record for longer sessions. The battery life, literally, when you use this method of HDMI projection onto like a smaller screen or even your TV, it's like 45 minutes to an hour, so it's pretty bad. And I guess because you have to use the power cord, there's no other way to power it up simultaneously. There's only one port to charge it. So long story short, sorry, but that game that I played, I actually have a compilation of all the intruder events. There's intruders, there's things called like pure forms, there's flawed humans, and there's corpses, which at the time I'm not really sure what, I don't really know how that fits in here, but it was a game that was heavily inspired by the Mandela Catalogue, and also Observation Duty, which is another kind of game where you're watching security cameras. Long story short, I think we're well past that point. You just toggle the camera through different rooms, and there can be encounters where you have to identify the room and the type of monster or alternate that you are identifying, and then that anomaly will be removed. It had a very similar kind of layout here, because if you can see, it says image 1, and then it says the time, 3 a.m., man, the witching hour. And then we have threat level. The threat level would change based on if an anomaly was present. So it would be like threat level, it'd be none, vague, evident, and then imminent, I think. And those were the escalating threat levels that we had to see. So funny thing is, like an actual camera wouldn't be able to assess threat levels. That'd be pretty awesome though. But it's very much like the game that I played, and I have the compilation up. I did a compilation of all the intruder events, and then they did an update where it had these new creatures called corpses, and those are in there too. So I mean, if you want to see them, it's kind of fun. Whew, okay. Let's see. Oh, do you think they've already made the? I mean, I always ask. Oh, no way. That is amazing. You know, every time I have reached out. Maybe you said it was a few months ago. You remember seeing it on Steam. I think they've already made the dock. I remember seeing it on Steam for $80. I'll buy that. Like, I have $0 to my name, but I will find a way to like, I'll sell like an old game, or like, you know, like I'm a collector as well. So I have like whenever I'm, you know, in a good position financially, I usually try and purchase games like that have value to them, because I had a massive collection years and years ago that was taken from me, and now I started anew. When my wife was like, you should start, you know, collecting it. That was one of your favorite things to do. So I could probably sell something to get $80, or a number of things to get $80. I could be wrong about that. Wait, that could be the pre-order for one. Okay. You'll have to check later. I would love if they had a Steam dock, because that would just make my life as a content creator so much easier. The Steam Deck itself is amazing. It's really fun. It's good. It's got good. I mean, it just feels good. It has a nice weight to it. But for the purposes of capturing content, because it's like for me a substitute for my computer, not the best. And it's just because of how I'm using it. I'm not using it as it's intended. Oh, okay. So my bad. Image 1. So here we go. Oh man, this is gonna be creepy. Image 1 is, we've got 3:34 a.m. Threat level none. We're safe. We've got nothing to worry about. 5 minutes later, it's completely black for some reason. Oh yeah, this is good. We have the same threat level, so I'm just going to put in this little... Ooh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Obviously, the image numbers I'm not going to trust anymore, because they kind of just go all wonky, so I'm just going to call that image 3. This is 4:45 a.m. Good gravy. Now it's threat level vague. That's a little more than vague to me. I am sorry, but we see glowing eyes. Now this actually seems a lot like the creature that took out Mark. Because remember, Caesar was acting to me a bit strange. And then we had in the restored version of Volume 1, we saw that Mark was then followed home, and then we saw cameras and pictures of and footage of images he had taken on his camera, security camera, and even a camcorder. And at the end of it, instead of it being like a woman type creature that was knocking on the door, it did seem to be like a black shadowy figure with glowing white eyes, which is very similar to that. And that is creepy. Yeah, the price is $89. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's on Steam. No way. I wish, because I wish that you could use points. I'm pretty new to Steam because essentially that's like PC gaming. It's just PC gaming taken portable, become now made portable. But I'm like 100% a console guy. So, on the whole Steam piece of things, like I was like, oh, okay, you can, much like the other consoles and stuff, if you have enough points, you get to use those points to redeem them to maybe purchase games. Like I do that for the Nintendo. I used to do that quite a bit for Nintendo and stuff like that. Well, the points you just use for like little cosmetic type things like avatars and whatever else. So it's interesting, but I was like, damn it, like I have so many points saved up because I got the Steam Deck. I was thinking that I could use that to maybe buy a free game or something, but not the case. $89, that's insane. Don't know when it came out, but it's on Steam. They did not announce it either, like not very proudly, because I had been searching and even trying to reach out to them like on various ways. I wonder when it came out. I am so shocked. But thank you so much, because I'm gonna need to find a way to scrounge up 89 bones, because I need to get that. That would help me so much. There's a game that I really want to play for you guys, and it's called Amanda the Adventurer. Came out yesterday, but it's really hard to stream. If I'm doing a 45-minute stream, I mean that's no fun, right? So I gotta find a way to do that. The Steam Dock is the way to do it. Okay, I'm scared already. So it looks like he left. So even though it says image 21, I'm not worried about it. 5:20 a.m. or it could be 5:28. It's really hard to tell. We've got threat level none again, but it's still dark. So there's something turned off the lights. Oh man, I am not ready for the next one. Okay, yep, that's the creepy guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. That's technically image 26, but I'm just going to call it image 5. If the images end up being important, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, so 5:46 a.m. We've got threat level evident. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment, camera. Now this is essentially, I'm going to call it Gabriel, but I'm going to put like man version. Man form. Because remember, the other one's more like an angelic form with a really long, elongated face and strange features. Oh, Amanda the Adventure, I'd watch that. I know, man. There's just so many things and projects that I want to do. Now, one thing that I'm also having difficulty kind of balancing out, because I don't have just this one channel. I have the 3. I'm trying to figure out, like, if I do want to, like, my challenge run, for example, I haven't even moved forward on that on Wolong. Like, I do challenge runs for, like, Souls-like games. But there's all these horror games that I would like to play with you live on stream. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, maybe, like, for a few weeks at a time, we're doing these kinds of interactions and reaction videos, and then I use the same time slot to then do, like, playthroughs of these scary games as well. And then we can jump back into ARGs or whatever else. This week's kind of funny because I need to prepare. I need to pack because we're going to be moving. So there's so much going on right now. But we need to pack. So this weekend I wouldn't really have time. Otherwise I would have done a bonus stream. And I would have been like, hey, I'm streaming Saturday. We're going to do a game this time. Like, just play through a game. But I don't really have the means to do that at the time. So I'm thinking, maybe we get through as much as we can of Mandela Catalogue, and then we finish up the Happy Meat Farms video that just came out, and then we can do, the games like Mandela Catalogue, maybe even play alternate watch, things like that. There's so many great things out there that we could do. I just kind of lack the time as my primary resource to be able to do it, because then I'd just be spending time on just the one channel. Ooh, creepy noise. Creepy noise. Okay, now we have something else happening here. It says, victim's corpse is seen being tampered with by invisible force. So, that's interesting. Remember, they operate in different spectrums. So maybe it's just because they're like ghost-like, if you will, and they can pull. They're probably it probably has the body just hanging like that, which is just very disturbing if you think about it. So here we have that gives me chills. Like I mean, I don't know how you guys can't see that, but I know the camera's small, but oh my gosh, like just thinking about a body being held up, obviously a lifeless body being held up. That's inhuman, if you will. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. So here at 6:40 a.m., we have threat level evident, and it's evident because we see some invisible force tampering with the body. So invisible force tampers with body. That is terrible, and that's just cruel. Like it goes to show, like they're definitely not only are they just they're bad, they're malevolent, whatever, but they have like a cruel streak to them to be tampering with a body like that, like they're obviously trying to get a rise out of you. Understandable. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to fit it in my schedule because I want to do it, and the Steam Dock will make it very, very doable. So that's gonna be a huge. I just need to find out how to get how to scrounge up a few bucks, and then I can hopefully purchase that, have it by May, and then we can start playing those kinds of games again. It's one of those things where because I have so many channels, I can never strive to be like, oh, I want to be the first. It's like, no, I just want to be the best that I can be, and do the best I can do, because there's so many channels, they get the games early and whatever else. Like there's no way I can rush to be like, oh, it's out now, I got to do it today. I just want to make sure that it fits in my schedule and that we're not rushing it, so it's not forced content. I want it always to be natural and fun. So my goal will be, if I can, to get that so we can maybe play Amanda the Adventure in May. And then guess what? Because it's a game, it'll be so easy. It'll have a finality to it. I can feature that on the main channel as well. So it'll be good. Synergy, baby. Synergy. Ooh, I'm so glad. I hope they don't remove that redacted image. Thank you. Whew. That was scary. I thought they were going to remove it, and then I saw a lot of time had passed. Or not that much time, actually, just a few minutes. And that certainly wasn't 5 minutes, but we have another image. There's just nothing there. Number 7, 642. The other one was either supposed to be 640 or 648 because it looked like an 8. But so that's odd. It definitely wasn't 5 minutes apart. Threat level none. I like the threat level nuns. Like if we can keep them there, that would be great. I'm actually going to update my notes on the other. Lights on and then lights off. There you go. Lights off. There you go. And then lights back on. So they have the ability to tamper with electronics. They can move physical things such as bodies, including the deceased body of the mother and the child that was actually kidnapped. That's really interesting. Don't gotta be the first, just gotta have good content. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I hope that I'm delivering that for you guys. It is. It's so much fun for me to do content like this, and to have all the channels. But sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. Like Monday, I wasn't feeling very good, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to do this. I was like, you know what? I have to also remember, like, most people have days off, so I gotta like keep that in mind, and gotta take care of yourself. I always lose perspective sometimes. Conclusion. The suspect shown in the evidence images is completely unidentifiable at this time. The entire department has ruled out the possibility of it being an alternate. Said images will be sent to the higher-ups for further analysis. That's strange. Why is it not an alternate? So suspect is not an alternate. That makes no sense at all. Unless he's the progenitor, like the original. If that is indeed Gabriel, because he speaks in the same whispery voice and tone, if he's the original, then that would make sense. Possibly the alternates could be like his creations, right? From the, whatever, his followers plus the humans mixing or whatever, right? In some weird, dark way. But if he's himself is not an alternate, he's either something altogether different, meaning like he's like the original, like a pure, whatever, the pure version, the untampered version, or he's something just completely different. I don't know. That is weird. That's huge, though. That's so huge. Okay, putting a star by that. Let's see. That was interesting. This right here is huge. They ruled out the possibility of it being an alternate. Previously shown evidence must not and will not be released to the public for any reason. Lieutenant Davis. That's hilarious. Well, Lieutenant Davis, it's on YouTube. Does that count? Is that the public?
Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use markers in
Oh, thank you.
to help cut to the beat of music and make sure.
Get out of here. Okay, next video. All right. This is called the metaphysical awareness disorder. Now, this is actually starting off a lot like the other video that we saw that was kind of meshed together with the Volume 1 Restored Edition. So I wonder what will be different. I'm just going to put a little note here that says this is the original version, and then we can take a look. We still have its channel 3, which is the channel that you had to always play everything on, whether it be your video game. It was like channel 3 or 4. You could always toggle between the two, and that was like the channel you could then override to have your own video or like a video game console or things like that. Super long play, we realize again, has the lowest quality but the longest record time, and it was not good for long time storage. Ready for mad? Ready for more mad? I sure am. Let's see. Now I haven't seen past Catalog 333, so I don't know anything past that. But this makes me think there are two groups at odds with each other. Then there's humanity. I agree with that. You have, to me right now, the first group is like Gabriel and his whatever, the people he tricked. You have whoever this creature is that's not an alternate, but he sounds a lot like Gabriel. And then, of course, humanity, which is stuck in the middle. We're just waiting to get, waiting for our inevitable deaths. As humans do. Prevent yourself and your family from going mad. We know this is an acronym for metaphysical awareness disorder. A 95% increase in mad cases. Did I write that down? I want to check to see how this compares to our previous video. Yep. 95% increase in mad cases since 1982 Q3. That's a lot. That's 1 year after the establishment of that Department of Temporal Phenomenon as well. A mad development demonstration. Nice, nice. That's weird. I think that's intentional. So now they have a demonstration. They had one as well in the previous. But the thing that's interesting is I didn't notice this before. But remember that they said they live in different spectrums. Or I forget the exact words they use. Let's see. Let's see. What did I write here? They exist on different spectrums. And that's interesting because now you see them kind of phase in. They're phasing in and out of our spectrum, if you will. The one on the right, anyways. There it is, the demonstration. Ugh, that's definitely backwards, but it's so chopped up, I don't even know if that's intelligible. So, we have the alternate phase in. And then he communicates. And then he just leaves. Okay. And then he disappears.
MAD is a result of exposure to verbal information that is not desired to be known.
Okay. Now, let me confirm that I already have that as well. Yep. And then it should say 97% Kermit rate, 3% rate. Make it worth trying to reverse the delusion.
The rate of death
Yo!
suicides in patients diagnosed with MAD is 97%.
Oh, that noose.
The remaining 3% makes it worth trying to reverse the delusion.
3% proves the effectiveness of delusion reversal. That's a slightly different terminology than the last time. 3% proves the effectiveness of delusion reversal. Now, what's interesting to me, though, is that the very first creature, which I'm going to refer to as Gabriel, I don't know if we should call the man Gabriel, although he uses the same tone and the same whispery kind of voice. But Gabriel, which we know for a fact, was the one that spoke in binary code. He said this. He said, actually, guys, let me add what he literally said. I am the one true savior. I must reverse the delusion. And then I think it said Joshua is next. I forgot that third part because it actually flicked after the fact, and after I watched the stream again, I was like, oh my gosh, there was one more transition. I went back in, and it looks like it said Joshua's next. Guess what? In the next scene, you see him whispering through the window to Joshua while he's sleeping. And that's where he says, I will know your fear, I will fool the shepherds, blah, blah, blah. So, I must reverse the delusion. So, delusion reversal seems to be a good thing, though. So is Gabriel good? Even though, I mean, he's creepy as hell, but is he actually good? Is he... If he says, I must reverse the delusion, that means that there is a mistruth out there, a misinformation out there that needs to be corrected. This is very confusing because the one character that I thought was kind of responsible for everything, saying, I'm the true savior, I need to reverse the delusion, unless he's referring to the delusion as the actual truth. So you have the actual truth, and he's saying, you know what, we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to call that a delusion, and I'm going to teach them a new truth. That could be what he's doing. Or he could be, like you said, Knight of Blackfire, that he could be going against another force that has input this delusion into society, and now he's literally trying to reverse it. He's just creepy. I don't know. I mean, there's so much going on right now. Ugh. It is intentional. Information that is not desired to be known. Okay. Very good.
Avoiding the root causes of metaphysical awareness disorder development is the first step to being safe.
We saw that to avoid excessively frequent religious practices. Avoid frequent religious practices. That was worded different from the other one as well.
First, avoid excessively frequent religious practices. Avoid unnecessary beliefs, philosophical
It's like they don't want us to know the truth. It's just there's so much going on.
implications. Last but not least, looking after your loved ones is a key factor for maintaining mental stability.
What? Avoid opening your eyes when you are certain that the man in the corner is in fact now inches away from your face. That's creepy. That is very creepy. Wow. Okay, avoid opening your eyes when the man in the corner is inches away from your face. That is terrible, man. Oh my gosh. Whew. That is not cool. That's not cool at all. Watching. Oh my gosh. Watching. I am not a fan. Not a fan. This is called exhibition. Okay. I thought we saw this already. Maybe not. Maybe you're just in the restored. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh gosh, look at the thumbnail. I don't like that. It seems like they're on the phone. Okay, I like that. That's a great note you put there. So there was Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All three are part of the same religion group, Abrahamic, I believe. Yeah, because they all kind of derive from the same prophets and same people of importance in the biblical accounts. That's very interesting. Judaism, Christianity, Islam, all grouped together. That's excellent. Thank you for that. That's a really good observation there. Oh, please. I'm just waiting for a little flash. It's like some sort of ringtone. Please hang up and try again. Just a dial tone kind of thing. We've got that religious music. So we have a dial tone. Please hang up, call again. And then we have some sort of like religious music. The same song we heard previously. We also have, I'll call it religious music. I don't know if it is, but it almost sounded like it was going to transition into like Ave Maria. Let me see. I don't know. That's weird. It could be Ave Maria backwards. Oh, cool. It looks like did he just say Noah? That's a biblical thing again. Okay. So that's weird. So here at 34 seconds, we got Noah. I'm assuming that's biblical Noah, by the way. Let's see. Night of Blackfire says, might be nothing, but hey, better to take note of it in case it matters. Hey, you wanted to know what type 2 was? Yeah, oh gosh. Oh gosh. I did. Take note of the background when it darkens. Okay. Okay. Did I miss that here? My screen is always on very low brightness because my eyes are pretty sensitive. I stare at screens all day long. So this is it. Let me see. Let me try contrast. That was the dark screen, but maybe I'm a little too early, huh? That doesn't look like much. I'm not seeing much. I could have jumped in a little early, huh? The screen was black pretty much this whole time. Oh, I'm sorry. Take note of the background when it darkens over Noah. Also subtitles. You'll need subtitles here. Okay. Got it. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Right there, I guess, huh? For some fresh air, I'm assuming. It went dark right there. I can't see anything. It's black as hell. So, this might be it. This might be what you're talking about. Man, I suck at. I don't see anything. And I don't know why the subtitles aren't working. Yeah, that's so creepy. That's the same knock that we heard whenever he was getting Mark. Oh my gosh. Noah went out for fresh air. Then he hears a knock from the sky. This makes no sense. Like, a knocking in the sky. What is happening here? Ugh. Oh, I see something. There's letters there. It says 2 something. What? Oh, did I not screenshot it? Where'd my boy Noah go? No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I need all that extra stuff to go away, please. Print screen. Let's try that. Whatever reason it's not copying. There it is. Okay. So it definitely says something there. Let me get rid of all these extra images are just noise. So we're gonna make sure this one can be moved around. We'll shrink it down just a bit. And then we're gonna bring up the brightness, I suppose. Ooh, that's really hard to read though. You know, because you told me, it gave me an idea. It looks like it almost says like type 2 something. Oh man, this is a doppelganger. It's hard to read. We can bring up the white maybe. D something. Oh man, if I could only just read that. Something. It looks like it says type 2. And it's like, yeah. I don't know what that one says. That's really hard to see. It's not doppelganger, but that is interesting nonetheless. Doppelganger was type 1. Okay. When he starts up there. Now only one creature appears in this video, and seeing how type 2 is brought up, that means it has to be it. So only one creature is brought up. And then we have a weird type 2 thing. Did you watch the original copies? It will help clear up a little bit. Not yet. We have not watched the original copies yet. We're still in the Mandela Catalogue Volume 1 playlist or whatever. Doppelganger was type 1. We're still in Act 1 GL. Yeah, we're still in Act 1. We're moving slowly but surely. Okay, well, that's important, so I want to save that. That's an ugly... Hold on. I can do better than that, right? Okay. It's not even centered. I don't know. It freaks me out. It's not centered. Okay, whatever. Good enough. So we're gonna do. Those are all my analog. Okay, analog horror. There it is. Mandela Catalogue. Have I not? I haven't taken a ton of pictures, huh? Haven't taken a lot of snaps of the Mandela Catalogue. So that's around 57 seconds. That's important. So 57 seconds or so. We have a type 2. There's only one creature that appears in this video, and Night of Blackfire is hinting towards the fact that it must be this same creature here. Now maybe that's the scene I want to enhance. So he looked up. It says 2 something there for sure. Let's take a look at what this then. One more time we'll look at this right here. See if this amounts to anything. If it doesn't, that's fine. But then we got brought to an image of like, I don't know, looks like 2 kids in front of a church or something. This is probably not going to do anything, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Like, and maybe I'm not adjusting it appropriately, but you know, you would think exposure would bring up the light and stuff. I'm not seeing anything. He said we only see one type of creature. I'm not seeing anything though. Sorry. The original keep the subtitles on. There's a hidden message. The original copies have info for Act 1. The subtitles are on, but they don't seem to be working very good. I'm not sure why. But I didn't see anything there. If I'm supposed to, just let me know. But now there's an image of looks like a boy and a girl in front of a church. There's some sort of maybe date or something there. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, then we were brought to picture of boy and girl. It looks like they're in front of a church. I'm going to assume that's what that is. It talked to Mary and Joseph. It fooled the shepherds. Noah tried to avoid it. Okay, is that somehow the what we missed? Night of Blackfire, let me know if that is the dialogue we somehow missed. I don't know why it wouldn't show me that though. Exhibition. What if we try and find it in the normal like videos? Where are your videos, bro? Homepage is wacky. Okay, exhibition. Playback speed, you know. Yeah, I mean they're all on. I don't know. It's just so weird. There I can barely. Oh, there it says 2. I wonder if I do function and then increase the brightness. Brightness is maxed out. Still can't see anything. I don't know. I don't know. It'll come up in the video. The hidden message. Oh, okay, okay, thank you. Mandela County Crime Investigations 1992. Okay. (1992). Uh-oh. Heathcliff. We know who those people are. No way. Okay, this is huge. Remember Mark Heathcliff had an altercation evidence reel. Okay. Altercation evidence reel. This is awesome. Maybe that's a picture of him as a boy. Case number, I don't know if he had a sister, but 00432. That's interesting. Oh, okay. I was just rereading the comments. I wasn't sure if chat had added something. Mandela County Police. The collector is Lieutenant Thatcher Davis. Well, Lieutenant Davis has been mentioned in the other one. He was the one that actually said, "Hey, don't share this information." Item number 17. Here we go. What is item number 17? Time, 3:21 a.m. I'm telling you, 3 o'clock is when bad stuff happens. Mark Heathcliff's bedroom. There you go. Mark's bedroom. Good thing is we're very familiar with the names. Personal camcorder. Oh, I don't like that. That's a closet door or something. No. I don't want it to be a jump scare. Okay, good. So we had like some footage of like the closet. Now he's driving. Nothing crazy. I don't know what that is. It's almost like if there's off in the distance maybe like some sort of house or something, and there's someone maybe standing in front of it right there, and there's like archways where like the light would be, like your porch type lights, but it'd be like the homes that have like brick kind of, like a brick type home that has like a little column in between. I don't know. That's just really weird. I don't really see what that is otherwise. But this to me kind of looks like a person standing but blocking the light here, and this is light coming from the corridors. I don't know. So there's closet footage. There's like strange light. I don't even know what that is. Strange light and distance. I honestly cannot confirm what that is. But he pulled over on the side of the road to get that. Oh, hey, Mark. I just remembered. I looked into the website. It seems it got taken. Oh, no. It seems it got taken down, but you can view it via the Wayback Machine. I'll have to post the URL in the comments. Please do. I don't know if you should be able to. Let me think. I don't know if it'll let you, but let me. That should allow you to post links. I'll do it after the stream. Okay. If not, yeah. Dang, that sucks, man. I don't even know what the Wayback Machine is. What does it do? Like restore websites, or is that like is that somehow part of the ARG? So the website's taken down. That really sucks, man. I'm coming on this stuff kind of late, and I apologize, but it's new to me. So hopefully, the insight we're getting is fun, at least. Hopefully, he's walking up. Maybe walking up to where that light was. Oh, that's what it was. It was just the church off in the distance. That's the same church that they took the picture in front of. I am looking for details. Like, I mean, there's really nothing. Big church. I'm trying to see if there's like faces in the mirrors or something hanging on the rooftop. That's just a cross. I mean, there's really nothing here that I can see just yet. Mark, dude, you kind of suck at recording stuff. Eesh. Go away. August 30th, 1992. It's just random footage. That could be glowing eyes. I mean, I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I'm going to put glowing eyes just in case. I imagine that's what it is. He just kind of records. He's just kind of recording a little bit of everything. Certainly. Oh, one of the eyeballs moved. That wasn't an eyeball. Okay, that was just some sort of strange movement. Looks like he had a cross on his wall as well, kind of hung up on there. Dude, I would have had that flashlight up immediately. Now he's walking around. This is his place. So this confirms our initial suspicions and my inclination that leaning towards the whole fact that the footage that we saw wasn't from Caesar's security cameras. And in fact, we didn't even see one second of footage from Caesar's home. We saw Mark returning back home, and now we know he has a camcorder that he takes with him on his drives and everything else. He went to turn on the cameras at Caesar's home. Caesar was either an alternate or being influenced by one because he was acting very strange. We even saw how his face transformed while he was on the transcript was being read or replayed. Mark then returned home, which was the footage we saw as he's pulling in the drive-through. He was not at that point pulling into Caesar's home. That had already been completed. He had already turned on the cameras from Caesar's home, and as he returned home, he realized that he had been followed or pursued home from the time he turned on the cameras at Caesar's place. So all the footage that we see as it's kind of going through, we see the shadow by the shed or whatever and all that, that's at Mark's place. This stairwell is the exact same stairwell that we saw in that footage or the security camera footage. So that pretty much confirms it was Mark's place to me. It just does. Let's see. I'll need to leave the stream for a few minutes to find the URL as I forgot it. The Wayback Machine allows you to view posts and websites as they were at specific dates. Like you can use it to see old school YouTube. That's insane. I have never heard of that before. I would love if you send me that. And yeah, I mean, anything like that. I'll figure out how to use it. And how very different the UI was for it back in 09, 2012, etc. And I remember there was a second creature, but it could also just be the one I was talking about with a new look, since it's like, the 80s. Oh, since it's, the 80s. But the one I was thinking of only appears in the Noah segment. So I just missed it, right? I just couldn't see it. Because in that Noah segment, every time he seems to reuse that transition screen with it's black, and it's just like a staticky image if you try and enhance it. Now, obviously, I'm not using like the best software for editing, images and photos and stuff, but I'm also not very well versed in it. But I'm assuming I missed it, so maybe I'll just need to. I have a note there that says type 2, and then I want to see what the type 2 is. Noah comes back. Okay, cool. Noah always comes back. Noah's that dude, though, man. I really have a lot of respect for Noah. Awesome. So the Wayback Machine, very cool. I will definitely look at it, see how to figure out how to use it, and that way we can go ahead and go through the website. That'd be amazing. But as I mentioned, this is certainly Mark's stairwell. We had security camera footage from here that would kind of alternate between this, the shed, and other locations, the back door. Oh gosh, I'm just waiting for something to, like a hand to just pop out, like Vita Carnes style. Fortunately, there haven't really been too many jump scares. There's the church again. So the fact that he shows the church so many times, I think that's kind of important because, again, we're supposed to refrain from excessively religious practices. Maybe that's him longing to try and connect, on a spiritual level, and he's just afraid to do so. That's possibly what it's alluding to. Let's see. The hidden subtitle message appears after it does. I'll grab the URLs after the stream. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, no worries. But thank you so much. Like, this stuff is so awesome. Like, that's knowledge I can use like outside of this particular ARG. So that's awesome. That's really cool. So nothing's moving. I was thinking, is that like a UFO? I was like, is this a UFO or something? This is just the little steeples. He is certainly an amateur. Mark is as certainly an amateur filmmaker. He's just like, yeah, it's just home footage, home movies. Oh, okay. This is gonna be the thumbnail. I'm no fool. There's gonna be a creepy thing coming out of the TV. So TV turns on and plays, I'm gonna say, religious music. That same music we've heard in the incident where the mother committed Kermit. So this is really interesting because, is this the same creature as that man's face that we've seen multiple times? Like the creepy man? Is Gabriel associated with him? Is he Gabriel? I don't know. This is at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Oh. Ooh. That's creepy, man. So now we see a black form with white eyes. That is terrifying. Is that a type 2? Are they all part of the same type? Who knows? I mean, they're classified as alternates, right? Whew, that's creepy. Very creepy. That's the same window. I don't know if that's like the body and his head's hanging over like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember what that window looked like earlier. I guess we could check, right? I do not like the creepy camera work. Yeah, so there it is. Nothing is there in front of the window, right? It's just a tree. It's like a basement type window. And then when we fast forward, we've got this shape. And that's probably like the head and the eyes, right? I mean, that's creepy. I don't like that. That's very unsettling. Remarks. Okay. What are they saying? What are the conclusions that they've drawn from this footage, from this evidence? Footage implies that Heathcliff has been paranoid for a prolonged period. Huh. Footage implies prolonged paranoia. I guess Lieutenant Davis is just going to completely disregard the fact that there is some sort of shadowy figure coming out of a television, and also a shadowy figure blocking his basement window. That's excellent police work, if you ask me. TVs and religious music, bad news. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but I don't want to know. I don't either. It's scary. I mean, if you're looking out the window, you're like, yeah, there's no, you can see outside. Like, there's a window. There's 3 windows right next to me. There's a long vertical window. There's like a really nice wide window right here, and there's a third window that's another long vertical window. So it's like I get a lot of natural light. I have the blinds almost closed entirely, but I have like a nice view of like this like pasture next to me. But I can't imagine, just like glancing out and there'd be boom, like something just obstructing it, something that is just not supposed to be there. So yeah, that's creepy. It would seem that they can maybe make it so only certain people can see them. Oh, look, an ad. I'll pause. I need to drink some water anyways. I'm thirsty. Water spilled everywhere. Yeah, so I'm back from the ad. So they haven't taken down the ads yet. Just kidding. No, I was just saying I have like the way that it's set up. I have all this natural light. There's 3 windows right here in front of me, very large window right here. I have most of the lights. Actually, like the blinds are almost closed. And I was saying that if I looked outside, I can see a pasture, right? Like a nice little pasture out there, a nice field. But I couldn't imagine like just glancing out and there'd be like something obstructing my view, like some black, like shadowy presence. That's just creepy. That's just creepy. So apparently they say that Mark has been paranoid. Either that means that they could not see the shadowy figure, or they just completely disregarded it. Reasons are implied. Reasons are reasons. Excellent police work, as per usual. Oh, here we go. We're back to the Noah piece. So we return to, I'm going to call it Noah Part 2. 6 minutes, 7 seconds. He's over here like, look, dudes, I heard a message. Oh, cool. Okay, hold on, what? Someone was observing them from afar. So he's built the ark. He's probably telling his family, look, man, let's get ready to go. This dude right here, so someone is spying on Noah. Without him knowing. They're out in the pasture again. Oh no. He sees him. So Noah actually felt that he was being watched and turned around. This also is a close-up shot of who I believe is Gabriel. Gabriel right here, the one with the elongated face, whispering to Joshua saying, I will fool the shepherds, blah, 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 blah. We've heard that before. And I wonder what does he look like? What are they so scared of? Do they just know who he is? Or is he just disfigured? Ugh. Creepy. No one notices. Okay, and then ooh. No. Oh god, that's creepy. Okay. Please don't change your face on me. Why do you try to escape what you fear? Okay. Why do you try to escape what you fear? Oh my gosh. That is creepy. You will be punished for resisting my message. Is this Gabriel? What? You will bring another creature on the boat. No way. I already know what's happening. Oh no. This is literally like Among Us, biblical version. You won't notice it at first. Just wait, Noah. That is very, very dark. Wait until you start to feel something. No way. Wait until you start to feel something. This is huge. So this explains how whatever these creatures were survived the flood, because they were able to infiltrate Noah's Ark by, I guess, being perceived as or posing as something else. These imposters, right, if you were to use Among Us terms, infiltrated Noah's Ark. Oh gosh. A change happening in your mind. I don't like you. You won't even realize it has taken form until you see it. So, I mean, again, so this angel, I'm assuming is Gabriel, is upset at Noah for resisting the message and also trying to run away from what he fears. He says, you know what? If that's what you want to do, you want to run away, here, I'm going to make something that you can't escape. And it's going to infiltrate your ark, and it's going to be an imposter. It'll take form only whenever, at the worst moment, right? Whenever you feel something bad's going on. And it says you won't even realize it's taken form until you see it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. It has taken form until you see it. Ooh, when you see it, there is no return. It'll give you a message. The message is probably like, told you so. Oh my gosh. When you see it, there is no return. And I believe that this, whether it be Gabriel or the devil's message, I'm sorry, not message, but his plan somehow worked out. It definitely did infiltrate the ark. That's why we have him here many, many years later. It will give you a message. Oh man, that's creepy. It will be your last message. Well, that's comforting. Binary code? Ooh, look at this. The message is this. 2 Corinthians 11:14. It says, and no wonder, for Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Wow. If that's not definitive information as to who this may be, I don't know what is. Now, you guys aren't going to believe me. No, I've never seen this before, whatever else. On my desk to the left of me, I have 3 notepads. I have my Steam Deck on, and I have a headset, my controllers for PlayStation, Xbox. I have 3 little cute little keychain things my wife gets me for Demon Slayer, and I have an iPad and my phone being charged. I also have some manga, Record of Ragnarok, The Legend of Zelda, and I have a book called The Call of Cthulhu. I have another notebook, and then right in between all of that, I have the King James Version of the Bible, always within reach. So let's go to 2 Corinthians 11:14 and see what it really says. I mean, it might say that. Corinthians. Where are you? Romans, Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. Okay. 2 Corinthians 11:14. Let's see. You won't notice it at first. A change maybe. Mad. Closed captions not working. They seem to work. So you see you're not going to make it pretty much. It's working. Just posting stuff that should be taken note of, in my opinion. Oh, okay. No, that's good. No, I was documenting the entire conversation. There it is. Remember the red text in Overthrown. The red text could very well have been the devil. I know that the red text in a lot of Bibles is actually what they say when Jesus is speaking, but the red text there was bold and it was capitalized. It was possibly the devil. And then the white text was after I found the binary code, that last piece of it, the third section. That could very well have been Joshua saying, oh no, I've been trapped and my legacy is going to be just foolishness. Is there a God? Obviously, if he was an angel, he would know of God's existence. But if he's a man, he could be questioning it. So interesting stuff. Now, let's go ahead and read 2 Corinthians 11:14. Mr. Singularity, what's going on? We're getting biblical in this piece. 2 Corinthians 11:14. Now, it's super dark now because it wants to rain more. 2 Corinthians 11:14. The funny thing is I already have this marked. I'll show you what I have marked. But here's the actual, precise thing it's talking about. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So very, very good. Good translation there. Essentially, I have here a note says that's talking about deceit. So I have 2 Corinthians 11-15 marked. And it says, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. So essentially, he's saying, you're going to have people posing as, pious people, or, there's going to be false apostles, false prophets. Even the devil was one that, was saying, hey, I'm a messenger. I'm a messenger, an angel of light. But he was the father of lies, right? And it's saying even those people who then believe in them will also become ministers. And ministers of righteousness, that's how they'll be perceived. But their end, meaning their demise, their judgment will be according to their work. So it's like it's gonna catch up to them. Whoo! That is interesting. And there the Bible goes right next to me, always close. The good book, baby. Let's see. Knight of Blackfire saying, what's up, Singularity? Greetings, I am good. Mr. Singularity, always a pleasure to have you. So glad you stopped by. Wow, okay. Creepy. So, that's huge. That's probably the most important line I've seen so far. Even more so than the binary code, to be honest. Let me see something real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not disappearing into the... Yeah, I'm totally disappearing into my green screen. Let me fix this real quick. I figured that would happen. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I have a light here. And then, since obviously I'm recording my screen, you guys get to see me do this. I go like this, and then I go like this. It's so dark, though. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to disappear. My beard's going to disappear. Yeah, it's too dark outside, so there's no way to fix this. The shepherd of deceit. You're right. Let me see if I can reach my blinds. You guys are seeing behind the scenes footage. Oh, reach. Okay. There it is. Got some more light. That's probably not going to help at all, actually, because it's still very dark. We're just going green screen, guys. It's okay. It's no longer a secret, okay? I have a green screen. Most people just have their rooms back there. You know, like you just see everything in the room, like their piles of clothes and everything. That's fine. Sorry, guys, but it's just too dark, and my webcam is not the best at adjusting. The webcam that I have is actually really bad at adjusting to changes in natural light. So when it started, it was overcast. Now there's just storm clouds coming in. So unfortunately, you know, obviously you're going to see the green screen, but that's okay. Production value. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Probably making fun of my green screen. Go a few lines above. You won't notice it. The shepherd of deceit. Oh, okay. Go a few lines above. It talked to Mary and Joseph. It fooled the shepherds. Noah tried to avoid it. Ooh. I'm going to put that in there too. Is that just you summarizing? It talked to Mary and Joseph. It fooled the shepherds. Well, I did read that when you wrote it, but now it hits much harder. It fooled the shepherds. Noah tried to avoid it. It is so dark in my house. I am freaking out. Like, it is so dark back here. That's me summarizing. I love it. I mean, it sounds so like official. Kind of like when Mr. Singularity was doing his thing. I was like, this is too good. The 9 circles. Okay, let's see. Whew. Here we go. Wait. What? Tempest Fugit. The death of Mark Heathcliff? This is the sign or the symbol for the temporal phenomena department. That's so weird. I don't know if that's an error. What? 7 minutes 16 seconds. We get the death of Mark Heathcliff. But it's in the symbol for the oh, look at this. 1981 revised 1990. What does it say? I can't actually tell. I'll find out what that says in a minute then. Okay, so that's weird. That's in the symbol for the temporal phenomenon department. Temp phenom department. That's really strange. Like, why does it have that there? Here's what we're going to do, though. Oh, gosh, I don't like you. Especially now that it's this dark, I'm tripping nards right now. It's kind of creepy in here. My cats are completely quiet. Go away, red line. 1990, okay. Okay. Talk to me, guys. I'm scared. Let's see. Did you see the post about Mark, though? That's what I was mainly getting at. It took a while before he noticed he was forced to Kermit. Memento Mori. Since he saw one as a 4-year-old, but was actually hunted after leaving Caesar's house as a teenager. That's important. Huh. Oh, did you see the post about Mark, though? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Remember, Mark saw one as a 4-year-old child, but only got cremated as a teenager. Oh man, this is so much going on. Like, it is a lot of information, man. It's like a labor of love. It wants to break you down to where there's nothing left of you, you know? It switched. It switched. United States Department of Temporal Phenomena. It switched. Switches to U.S. Department of Temp Phenom. That was weird, guys. It switched. That is very strange. U.S. Department of Temporal Phenomena. That's it's another song. He said something, the coming of the Lord. I don't know that song. It's like dun, 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 dun. I don't know if that's a religious song, but I mean, I didn't even know the lyrics. If you or a loved one has recently been affected by the result of exposure to analog television and mirrors, contact your local authority immediately. Oh, that is huge. Okay. They are saying a warning. Exposure to analog television or mirrors. Wow. Contact local authorities immediately. That is strange. So this is now where the USDTP, the United States Department of Temporal Phenomena, is now saying, they're issuing a warning saying, look, you are not to have exposure to analog television or mirrors because they might produce scary imagery. We know specifically that children who are vulnerable can be, are supposed to, obviously refrain from this kind of exposure. And we know that 3,426 children have been missing or, in my opinion, kidnapped for a greater purpose. And maybe they kidnap them first and then they mark them. And then once they're marked, they get them as teenagers. There was a movie that was about creatures from another realm that lived only in the darkness. And the darkness was essentially the blanket and the portal into another realm. It was called like They or Them. I don't remember if it was Them or They. But what happened is they would mark you with they'd stab you with a little thing, and then it'd cause like a little infection or whatever, and then that would years later, you'd be whatever, you'd just say, "Mom, monster bit me," or whatever. You'd just be a crazy little kid. You would suffer from sleep trauma, sleep deprivation, and I forget what they call, but pretty much it's like chronic nightmare syndrome or something like that, where you constantly have nightmares, and insomnia because you don't want to sleep. And so this would then eventually result in you going, I guess, having a weakened state of mind and being extremely paranoid. And then as an adult, they would come and reap their harvest. They'd come and get you. So is this something like that where you have maybe these alternates marking you as a young child and then having you live and have exposure to that prolonged paranoia for a period of time so that just ripens you up? That's like you marinating in fear. Right? And then whenever you're older, you're ripe and you're ready to be taken and eaten and consumed or whatever happens to you, or killed at that point. I believe I'm onto something because I've watched so many horror movies my entire life. So I think I'm onto something. Let's see. His temporal phenomenon, huh? Yes, temporal phenomena. We're talking different maybe timelines. Things like that. Now mirrors. So it was first TVs being the first thing we had to be mindful of. Now we have to be mindful of mirrors. Keep that theory in mind. Can't say it's correct or not. Oh, okay, cool. I like my theory. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I'm feeling it's really close because it's just like, if you think about even It, the clown, Pennywise, right? He's a cosmic creature that has the ability to possibly destroy anything he wants to. However, he likes to feast on children that are fear. And now the children are sweeter. They taste better to him or whatever. They have a better flavor because he can instill that fear in them, and then they can kind of marinate, and until they're broken down psychologically. Then they're just a ripe treat for him to eat. I think that's kind of a similar concept here, but who knows? Okay, temporal phenomena. Now mirrors are added. I'm going to actually add a note to emphasize the importance of mirrors being added. Financial compensation will not be available. Thank you. That's like, I need some financial compensation. I can't sue you guys because my kid was sitting in front of a mirror for 2 hours. If you have any further questions in relation to the recently issued television and mirror destruction order, call the number below. That's a fake number because it's 555. I will try and call it though if you want. This is the television and mirror destruction order. So now they're just straight up illegal. Like, it is ordered for you to actually destroy these things. You have to call this number. It's 202-555-0156. I'll look at the numerology behind that number, but the fact that it's 555 indicates that it's fake. I'll call it though. (202-555-0156).
Your call cannot be completed at this time. Please try again later. En este momento no se puede realizar su
Spanish.
llamada. Favor de intentar más tarde. Message 6. US01 LVE.
Yeah, that wasn't real. But we tried. We certainly tried. A thing about children is it's said because of their developing minds, they have easier time perceiving the supernatural. That's very true. In my opinion, it's because like they're closer to the origin of their life and they're more pure. And conversely, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have old people. Well, they're closer to death. And I feel like they also can have hypersensitivity to paranormal phenomena. The children are closer to life, being born, and they're pure. Older people are closer to death. So I think because they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum, they're still near that mystery, origin of life, death, whatever. And that allows them to have hypersensitivity to paranormal phenomena. Let's see. So did Mark see an alternate, or was it just a trick of the mind, when he was 4? Oh, Mark, I don't know. There was a man in a black hood that seemed to have disfigured face. I would assume that was... I would assume 2 things, because we're talking about temporal phenomena now. So, firstly, I would say, yes, he saw a creature, an alternate, and that's just what it is. He saw it, he got scared of it, whatever. Now, on the other side of things, this is me being the theorist in me coming out. If we're talking about temporal phenomena, what if that is not he himself from the future trying to warn his younger self of the events to come? But maybe because of the limitations of the spectrums that they can exist in, he's limited to only communicating through certain means, and he can't clearly say, hey, younger me, this is what's going on, don't do this, be careful of these things. That may be that he's unable to do so, or that by interacting with himself too directly, he can cause some sort of temporal, like a paradox, which would possibly destroy himself or something, right? So maybe that's just him in the future trying to warn himself. I don't know. Lots of cool theories that we could consider here. Mr. Singularity says, the closer to the beginning and the end, more of the unknown is revealed. Very true. I actually truly believe that. I think in the middle of our lives, as we become young adults and up until right before the twilight years, we're so caught up in the distractions that this world has given us, distractions that keep us from the important things that matter, like the spiritual relationship we have with God, all these other things. It's just like work, 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 money, 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 power, 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 materialistic things, whatever. And those are the distractions that keep us from the reality of the spiritual realm and things like that. So that's my opinion. That's what I think. Fake number. I wish we could go back in time and see if that number was real. But a 555 number is historically a fake number. It's a Hollywood number. A fake Hollywood number. They always use it in movies. The Mandela Catalogue for the preservation of security. Okay. The Mandela Catalogue. It's so funny that it actually says that. So this is the catalog for the preservation of security. Okay. Season 1 finale? Exhibition. Oh, maybe he's just doing like a meta thing. Like this is the end. This is where it ended. Season 1 finale exhibition. Because this is the episode we're on. We're currently watching Exhibition. So maybe he's just kind of saying, hey, that's the end of season 1, season 2 to come. And that's where the Mandela Catalogue 2 comes into play. Man, I just love unskippable ads. I'm back. You didn't miss anything. I was just talking to Mr. Singularity and then mentioning that I was just mentioning how odd it was that the Mandela Catalogue for Preservation Society was named the same as this particular episode, but it looks like he had done it in seasons and just kind of put all of his episodes into like this is now season 1, if you will, and then we're going to begin with season 2. So those look like YouTubers. GQ Magazine, yeah, I've heard of some of those guys. All right, so now we'll go back, pause that. I'm assuming we've completed Act 1, or Season 1 as he called it. Interestingly enough, okay, I'm going to need y'all's help on this. Do I jump into video 6 and do the Mandela Catalogue Volume 2? Or do I jump into the other playlist here that's just the Mandela Act Volume 2? I don't even know what this consists of. Interlude 4. Oh, no, we can't jump into this. Act 2 we're as far as Volume 4, so that can't be the answer. Let me close this out. It's confusing. TMC extras, original copies. So we haven't even finished TMC Act 1 yet. I feel like we need to go through TMC Act 1 and then jump into original copies. I think somebody even said that and suggested GL, I think even suggested that. I'm a real big fan of kind of staying in order. I don't know if, we do TMC Act 1, then original copies, then maybe these little promos and extras, then Act 2. Let me know what you guys think. I'll wait. Next up is Volume 2. The Next Great Spook, also Happy Meat, has a new post, and I've seen it. Oh, I know, Mr. Singularity. I posted about that on my on this particular channel, actually. It's the IT video. I have not watched it yet, and I will not watch it until I watch it with you guys, so we can figure it out and hopefully hack into the IT department. But I mentioned that even in the beginning of this video. I was so excited. No, Volume 2 isn't Act 1. You need to finish Act 1. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much, Night of Black Fire. I'm just making sure. Sometimes they have weird, things, but I like this. We're going to go straight to the Mandela Catalogue Volume 2. Okay. The Mandela Catalogue Volume 2. We're going to jump right in here then. Winter Break 2009. No, Volume 2. Okay. The catalogs are important. Okay. The 3 red dots. I know the three red dots of I'm so sidetracked with Happy Meat Farms. That's Jared, man, and I've seen those three red dots in multiple videos. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to find the code out. My wife and I together were able to find everything up to this point. Knight of Blackfire says, now the two guys' names, these have biblical ties. Okay. Back to Mandela Catalogue Volume 2. This is Winter Break 2009. Oh man, this is getting so good. I'm sorry I missed Monday, guys. I was just not feeling very well, but I am so glad to be back. This is great. So much fun. Wanted by the FBI, Adam Murray and Jonah Marshall. Now, Adam, of course, we know who that references to, and Jonah. Interesting. Okay, we have Adam Murray. And Jonah Marshall. Suspects possibly associated with the Bythorn Paranormal Society. I'll say possible association. And Bythorn is one of the counties where we have missing children. Bythorn Paranormal Society. There's a $100,000 reward. Best believe I would catch these fools if this was real. We are in 2009 now. Take special note of the last name Murray. It's probably an anagram for something. I'll take note of it. Special name of the last name Murray. Jonah was, I think, an apostle. He was tasked by God to convert a town but refused. Then he got eaten by a whale. He was in the whale for several days. Yep. I remember that. That was interesting. That's one of the things that people, anti-biblical people are like, that's why it's fake. Man, but nothing, you can't put anything past the big man. He can do anything. Ooh, victim 3 and 4. Okay. Victims 3 and 4, respectively. Answer the phone, buddy. Uh-oh. So Adam Murray?
Hello? May I schedule an appointment?
Of course, ma'am. Where's the location?
My home.
Just kidding. That's just the address redacted.
Thank you. Would you mind giving me a brief description of what you've been experiencing?
I've been hearing things.
Oh, gosh.
What, ma'am?
I still hear the meows of my old cat Johnny, but
Yikes.
the little guy passed away a few years ago.
If you hear anything, it's raining like crazy outside, so I don't know how much obstruction that's causing. Make sure subtitles are on. Let's see. Not the whole story, but that's what I remember about Jonah the Biblical. Yep. Original copy. GL, you really want your original copies. Make sure subtitles are on. Yes, sir. Keep an eye on what the lady says and how she says it.
I still hear the meows of my old cat Johnny, but the little guy passed away a few years ago.
Really? Freaking cat alternate?
I don't think it's an alternate. I just think his soul roams the house still. I want to make sure he finds peace in whatever realm he resides in.
Whatever realm he resides in, they exist in different spectrums. I even used the term realm earlier in the videos, in this stream actually, to kind of illustrate how angels, and if they are angels, and humans, because I don't know if these are aliens or angels just yet. They seem like angels type creatures to me. But how they can coexist, right? And how they can interact and influence things in our realm, right? So here we have a phone call. So unnamed caller reports hearing dead cat. The meows of her dead cat. Now, she said, I want him to find peace in whatever realm he finds himself in. Wants cat's soul to find peace in whatever realm he resides in. That's odd. The way they worded that.
He resides in. Do you think you could help guide him?
We can certainly try, ma'am. When would you like us to visit?
As soon as possible, please. When's your next opening?
And this is odd. To me, this is almost like if she... Okay, I get how people love their cat, whatever. I have cats too. I love them to death. They're little bastards, but they're cool. Now, she seems like she's urgently trying to bait someone in, and it's something that's really not that urgent. I mean, you've heard the cat. The cat's been dead for years. We don't know how long you've been hearing the cat's meows, but you're saying, well, whatever realm he resides in, almost like as if you have some sort of insider type knowledge, right? It's just a weird thing. And then you're saying, as soon as possible, when's your next opening? That desperation doesn't match with their report. You're talking about cat meowing, no other occurrences. I want him to find peace, but I need you to come right now. When's your next opening? That sense of urgency does not match the issue at hand. I don't trust this girl. Wants BPS to visit immediately. I'm going to say ASAP. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's see. That's not the weird part. This is the weird part. The nights.
Well, we can do tonight if you want.
Can you do 3 nights? I'm away from home on a business trip. I'm sure this will give you enough time to deal with him.
Well,
We usually don't stay. Now she's wanting to pay. Now she's wanting to pay them. She's desperate to have them to come on. So, odd sense of urgency. And I'm going to put, she offers $500 a night.
500 a night.
oh, hell yeah! All right. Sounds like a plan. We will help your cat, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you can think.
No problem, ma'am. It's just what we do.
The heroes. Y'all are dumb. Wait. I saw something. Please enable... Oh, okay, nothing. Please enable camera for video recording. Okay, back it up. You got it. Car cam. So now we're watching the car cam. V0.58.
Yes, open the trunk. Now, are you really sure you got it? Just open the damn trunk, Jonah.
That's funny. Did she mistakenly took tonight as 2 nights? Remember, these guys are wanted by the FBI. Ooh.
Got anything we actually needed? Not like we can do anything about it now.
Nice. Good footage. Nice clear footage. I love it.
Got anything left? No. You used everything already? Damn it.
And we're rich.
Since we have this massive freaking payday, right? Well, we have a couple options. Which are, we either one, ask someone to help start our car with cables, or
Ooh. Wow. Talking about stealing another car. So we know they have a stolen car. Adam and Jonah steal another one. How terrible. These guys are wanted by the FBI.
it's broad daylight now. But it's not until the cops are there. Right. And we've been doing yet another document. So you're talking about anyway.
Uh-oh. There's the the Bythorn Paranormal Society official jacket. Adam trying to fix the car while I eat chips. Jonah's just a jerk. Mandela County. So they've arrived in Mandela County now. Taking a cruise.
And who's to say she's not even crazy? Who's to say she's not as high as I'm going to be in 30 minutes?
Oh, kids these days.
I would hope us, because the last thing I need is getting a weird house call from a stoned lady about a dead cat and then a beat not like that.
Yeah.
Right? Half of me think there aren't even alternates, and the mayor was just too stupid to just make that entire infographic.
Huh. Stay away from anything that may show frightening imagery.
Maybe it's mass hysteria, right?
To an extent.
Do you think this is the rise of the war on alternates?
The BPS taking on the war one cat at a time.
We're just two guys driving.
It's been 11:42 p.m. forever, right? Oh, ETA. That's when they're supposed to arrive. My bad. This is like a kind of a combination of like a car cam plus also telling them, you know, like when they're supposed to arrive. So they're just going to be getting there at 11 p.m. There's a cross. I feel like that's important. Wooden cross and driveway. I mean, again, it's just religious imagery.
You will arrive at your destination in 10 minutes.
I mean, it's 11:30.
Really useful. I mean, they didn't have to outline these things, did they? Like, I doubt that guy's face could appear on something like this.
Whoa! So they oh no. Okay, the GPS. I'm gonna say possible issue because it has a screen. Possible concern due to screen. Oh my gosh, they're gonna crash, aren't they? I doubt that guy's face could appear in anything like this and kill you. I don't know. So that guy, he's one singular being, the one that they've not been able to identify and that they know is not an alternate. That's interesting. So they even reference the non-alternate being, whatever that may be. I feel like that's important.
To, kill you.
People know about the alternates now, eh? That's ETA. Don't worry, MatPat made the same mistake. Yeah, once I saw it say ETA, I was like, oh, it's been 11:42 this whole time. It seems anything that's reflective is dangerous. Yeah, even a mirror. Mirrors are even, it's odd, but mirrors have often been referred to, at least a long time ago, as like portals, if you will.
No, they did not. I guess crime really does pay. I like how you're making us out to be gangsters when all we did was, get all this. I know. It's just we lived our whole lives under the radar, right? Like quiet kid.
Okay, GPS signal 410, 11:42. They arrive at home. The GPS signal is a little weaker. It's like yellow. It's like an FBI sting. A sting operation. They're going to be like, well, how was the drive? Powering off, please wait. All right, here we go. Night number 1. We have January 12th, 2009 at 11:45 p.m. Night number 1. Let's see what happens. Actually, let me see what time. I have no clue what time it is. Okay, 1:21. We have time. So far, so good. This house may look familiar. Last I checked, the community doesn't know if it's meant to be the same house or because this is on budget, they reuse the house. Understood. Understood. Production value. Can you imagine? Hey neighbor, I'm doing a film here for YouTube. Can I just use your house for a little bit? That certainly is the 2 empty room with a cat door. I thought that was where they were filming, where there was like 2 handlebars, and it looked like little glowing eyes, but it moved. Yeah.
There's one camera in there already, but it's one of those old ones with the tapes and stuff. It will record, but I won't be able to see it in real time. We'll just have to look at it afterwards.
So it could be the same house. It sounds like they're talking about a camcorder where you'd pop in the VHS. That's very likely what that is. Oh, please don't be creepy. Oh, those are like those paranormal meters, the gauges, like there's electromagnetism and there's different like frequencies that they see on this other one that says like sound, and there's one that's like for light. Now you're at peace here. You look so stupid right now.
So stupid right now.
What am I supposed to do? A literal ghost cat.
What's it gonna do?
You gotta give it treats. That door looks familiar. There are loud sounds, just so you know. Oh gosh, that's gonna be creepy. Lovely.
Let's do that. Like, what are we doing here?
I'm backing up.
Would you mind taking this seriously for once?
I mean, in the end, I don't really have to take
Oh gosh, okay.
it seriously at all because I'm here and you're there.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, only Adam's inside.
I'm scared to go inside him again.
Not too scared. I'm not too scared.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. I'm not. I'm not. Aren't you?
Whatever. Jonah did not enter. There's no way that I would be there alone.
You seen this?
Oh no. Okay. Here goes. Whoo. Oh, he revealed his fear? Spectrums, eh? Hold on. Is that what just happened? Talking about the cats and stuff? Tear down the door? So maybe he's not allergic to cats. Maybe he fears cats. Yeah. Please don't. Oh gosh. Don't take pictures like that. Okay. The only locked door in the house. So there was one locked door in house. Only door. That's image number 32. That's fine. Whew. Okay, good. Alert. Internal hardware microphone is damaged for an unknown reason. Please visit your local electronics retailer for assistance or recalibrate yourself. Page 34 in the manual. So now we have a messed up microphone. So microphone is damaged.
You see anything in there? No, I mean, there was nothing besides that weird kind of locked door. Not a meow, not a noise, nothing. See anything weird on the cameras at all? Yeah, I'm just going through this. I don't think I see anything either.
This is creepy. The only locked door, eh? Oh gosh.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that thing's just locked downstairs. Yeah, the more, I'm not gonna lie to you, the more I look at this house, the more I really don't want to be.
It's not a bad house. The house itself is not creepy. It's whenever you're walking around with the lights off, that's kind of creepy.
I mean, I don't see anything. I think we're just kind of babysitting an empty house for 3 nights.
True that.
I mean, I think the best thing that could happen is we just leave now and then we stay where we're here the entire time.
True facts. Jonah is a genius. The swindler.
I'm looking at this house and I'm looking at this footage, and even though there's nothing too threatening about it, I don't like it. I really
I don't like it.
don't like it. It's literally just an empty house, bro.
So Jonah is obviously he's already uneasy about the house. He's expressed his concern about a lot of things, and whereas Adam's just like, bro, it's just fine. It's an empty house. Other than the locked door, there's really nothing to be concerned about. Jonah is kind of scared of that. He's pretty resistant to staying here the 3 nights. He's like, look, we can just leave and say we're here the 3 nights. The lady won't know the difference. That's what I would do. The loud noise is coming up, by the way. Overwhelming sense of dread. Okay, thank you for the heads up.
Suck it up for 3 nights. Suck what?
Okay, scream. Error 333. Oh god, okay, let's get back. Error 333. GPS signal weak. Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Where did that come from? I think that came from the house, man. I really don't like this now. I'm
I didn't hear anything though. Hold on.
threatening about it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's literally just an empty house, bro. Can you suck it up for 3 nights? Suck what? Where did that come from? I think that came from the house, man.
Ugh, creepy.
I really don't like this now. I'm the opposite. This is kind of interesting. I don't think you should go in there now.
There's distortion now. There's like a weird audio distortion. You hear like it's skipping and repeating. That's possibly because the presence of these creatures that live in different spectrums, right? They can probably mess with that stuff. That wasn't the loud noise. Okay, good. Whew. Yeah, you have. 333. God's number, eh? Oh, error 333. I've just turned into a Canadian this stream. That wasn't the loud noise. Okay, good. I was going to say that wasn't too loud.
I'm going back in.
I might need to turn it down just a bit because it is actually a little loud.
There's something deeper than a cat here.
I think that's the problem.
I think it's fine. You realize what this could do for us?
What for us? We're already on the run. We don't need this attention again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, just stay low key, man.
Either like it or not, I'm going back in.
Adam, please.
It's too late. I already made up my mind.
Okay, so Adam investigates strange noise. Oh, wait, night number 2. Okay, great. Night number 2 is now January 13th of 2009. It is 12:32 a.m. The exposure to the blank causes a great increase in video corruption and deterioration. Ooh. I actually just mentioned that the presence of whatever these creatures are can, because of their spectral nature or their ability to exist in different spectrums, they can certainly impact electronics. The exposure to the blank causes a great increase in video corruption and deterioration. Deterioration. Click, click. Alright. Oh, I'm ready for the jump scare. I don't know what just happened. These things are like Slender Man. They mess up cameras. Yeah, those bastards. What is happening? I'm in full screen, and yet it allows me to a spirit box. Once we figure out what the frequency he's using, I'm going to notate that.
What year were you born in?
Oh gosh. Ah. Ready for the jump scare.
Are you lost?
It's going like crazy.
Am I coming through? Loud and clear.
Alright. He's just playing with him. I know it. He's just playing with him.
Shut up.
He was for real.
See anything on the cameras?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, cut it out.
I can't see the number very well.
Dude, seriously, stop.
That's creepy. Like, I'm getting chills. Wow.
Dude, fucking quit.
13. I can't see 13 for. I don't think that's too important.
Just forget.
Now the wanted poster's upside down.
What are you saying exactly?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. At 11 minutes 24 seconds, we have some crazy deep voice saying, "I've been watching you." I don't like this. Here it is. Poor Adam, he's already affected. Oh my gosh.
dude, that's not funny. What?
I can see you. Oh my gosh.
That's not funny.
Take a tiny bite.
Image of an apple. That so although I mean most people would agree that obviously the forbidden fruit from the tree was not an apple, but that's just something that the European artists back then depicted it as, and because the color red is associated with certain things too, whatever else. But so we did see an apple there, which we're assuming has to do with the biblical story, right? Kind of cool. 11:28 we saw biblical story and then image of apple. Image of apple. Okay, here goes.
God's probably not even looking. Oh, go ahead.
God's probably not even looking. Yeah, he can't see that. Jonah too now. They can't hear each other, but they hear each other. Oh. You bastard.
I don't know. It was good, but suddenly I feel kind of.
Ate of the tree. So my thing is, you know how obviously God said, "Oh, now you have knowledge of good and evil," right? Whenever they partook of the tree, now they knew the things that, the bad things, because eventually now they were imperfect, they had sinned, so that was like the birth of things that would be bad and eventual terrible things that would happen, right? And so maybe this knowledge also is what gave them fear, and the devil's like, yeah, fear. So he says, suddenly I feel scared. He knows fear now. Yep.
Scared.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. So when he partook of the tree, he gained knowledge of good and evil, all things, right? Not just positive things had he just been followed, God's orders, but since he disobeyed, now there was the birth of sin and all these terrible things that come from it, like death and sadness and fear and pain. That's creepy. So the devil's like, yep, got him. Fear seems to be the thing that they feed off of. These alternates, they want to know your fear, specifically Gabriel, right? So it's really interesting. Guess this is where I hit the hay, Adam. Okay. Now they can learn his fear. Very good, yes. Alright, this is the same window. This is the same house. There's no way they'd have the same images. I don't think this is a production value thing, a quality thing. I think this is literally the same house. Oh. Yep. Yep, that's creepy. 12 minutes, 8 seconds. You followed the shepherd. You are a fool. Oh, gosh. Follow my voice instead. You will find great happiness. Oh my gosh, just like he said, wake up. Was it Joshua? Wake up, Joshua. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh my gosh. This guy certainly has a process he follows. Do not make me wake the others. And why is that? Why is that a threat? That is terrifying. Okay. I'm assuming this is Gabriel again, that dark voice. Ooh, that's creepy. Alright, so now they say, this is also what made people think there are two opposing groups. Do not make me wake the others. I am on board with some sort of other third party, if you will. This is odd. You know, you have like Gabriel, and you have the non-alternate guy. You have humans. I mean, it's a lot. Oh, lovely. Was that Morse code? Ooh, I don't want to hear that again. Please. Please go away. I'm going to notate this, and I'm going to say, is this Morse code? I don't know how to read Morse code. I'm going to say curtain lights. Well, the light on the curtains. Light on the curtains flickers. Now, I don't know if that is Morse code or not. I could just be overthinking this. But, I mean, they did use binary code. I think that was the camera going out, but it might be code. I don't know. You can never be too sure. I don't know how to read Morse code, which is the problem. But that was like long, short, short, long, short, long, long. Who knows?
I lost visuals on Cam 3. You think you could check that out?
Oh, please. Now it's open. Oh gosh, I am terrified already. Oh. Turn the light, please. Okay. This sliding door is getting progressively more open. Now it's fully open and the wind's coming in. It's going to be a jump scare. Okay. Red. That was creepy. I'm going to go back to that scene. I want to make sure it wasn't anything important. No, it's just the same image, but just with like some sort of infrared or red light. I don't know. Oh gosh, I'm freaking out. I don't want anything to jump out at me. Is the result of information that is not desired to be known. Mad. The definition of mad. Oh gosh. Ooh, I hear noises. The door's opening. Ah, okay. All right, it's getting closer. Ooh, I hear stuff. The door's opening again. Oh, please. I am tense. Okay. That can't be anything. Oh gosh. There he is. 1357. You see an image. I don't know if that's like the intruder or the man that we don't like. So, oh gosh. Either the intruder or I don't know who this is, the non-alternate guy. I don't know. Face and shadows. Gosh. He just said, open your eyes. Remember, you're not supposed to open your eyes, even if he's an inch away from your face. He said, open your eyes. No thanks, bro. Oh, this is where the jump scare is happening. It's pitch black. Oh, gosh. I knew that was going to happen. Whew, I don't like looking at that. Yep, I guess he opened his eyes. You're not supposed to open your eyes, remember? Ugh. Patients report multiple sleepless nights after their symptoms initially become apparent. It is not difficult to avoid, however. The patient must try to actively seek it out. What? Oh. So, like, for an alternate encounter, probably unless you're a child, you have to actively, like they did. Adam was very curious about it, and he did seek out this encounter. Multiple sleepless nights. Okay. Patients report sleepless nights. What else? I'm assuming after the symptoms become apparent, which would be the MAD symptoms. Now, we also know that the jump scare, he whispered just like they did in the demonstration for the MAD. It matched perfectly the MAD demonstration we saw. So to me, it's evident that that is an alternate. They appear out of nowhere. They tell you information that you're not supposed to know, and it makes you go crazy. That's probably different from the entities that just maybe want to know your fear. Because maybe the ones that just want to know your fear, they want to do something else to you. Whereas you have the ones that tell you something, and maybe they're the ones that are trying to make you believe the delusion. I don't know. It's rough. There's a lot going on. My mind is fried. Think there is only one more jump scare. Might be remembering a different video though. Think that's a type 3. Okay, possibly a type 3. Okay. We need to go back and look at that to be certain, but yeah. There we go. Don't remember there being any more jump scares after that. Yay! I can breathe easy now. That was terrifying. Very well done. I mean, this has been so good. Alright, let's see what we got. Image number 333 is just a ton of question marks. We don't know what it is. I am actually going to take a screen print of it, though. So then we have image number 333, and it's just question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I do want to see if I can make sense out of it. We'll just let it play and see if maybe it lightens up a bit. Okay, so now we'll go to... I don't think it'll be anything, but it is interesting to consider the possibility of it being an image we could manipulate and see something of. I really doubt it, but it'd be really cool. Exposure. It's just straight blackness. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can see there. It's just black. I mean, there is nothing. So, yeah, it's just 100% black. So dark, in fact, you can't see anything. Then we have another image saying, Adam, why didn't you come back to the car after you tried talking to it? Jonah asks why Adam didn't return. After talking to it. And that is image number 142. Yep, we got the same number again, the 333 yet again. I thought that was interesting. Definitely took note of that. Don't act like I don't know. You stare at these stupid pictures all day. I know you're reading this, Jonah. Okay. He just, more frustration, increased frustration. What else do we got? Jonah's next. We know Jonah's next. Look, man, I'm hungry and I don't want to leave without you. I'm kind of worried. He's going to go inside and he's going to see that Adam's committed Kermit. That's my thing. I don't know what you're so busy doing in there. Just come out of the car and let's go get a pizza and then back home, please. Jonah, look, the locked door is open. I finally hear the cat. It's meowing. Call me on the radio and you can help me with this. So he's been silent for X period of time. All the way up until image number 146. Adam finally replies. Adam reports the locked door is now open. I finally hear the cat. It's meowing. Call me on the radio. Reports cat meows. And asks Jonah to call him on the radio. Now, we know that this is not Adam. Adam has already been exposed to the knowledge that he's not supposed to hear. So he's probably, at this point, already mad. So we don't trust Adam. He's now asking for Jonah to respond to him. We don't know how much time has transpired since image 142 all the way to image 146. Probably a few hours. So let's see what happens. Oh no, the basement. So Jonah knows Adam talked to it. He did. That doesn't sound safe, looking at a camera all day in this universe. Oh my gosh. It's not safe at all. He's looking at images all day. Oh, cat meows. Nothing is worth the risk. Okay. Now he's a funny guy, huh? Cat got your tongue? So now you're taking this seriously. See how the font changed? That's interesting to me. Dialogue font change. I don't know if that's important, but... No, it's not.
I'm as serious now as I've ever been.
So Adam and Jonah are now arguing. Adam and Jonah argue while the cat meows. So, she wasn't lying about the cat.
Are you fucking with me? With you being serious? I get that I screw around sometimes, okay? But that's just what I do. Well, maybe it shouldn't. Look, man, I'm just devastated that I'm not as broken as you still are with everything that's happened, and I'm sorry that I can't keep helping you carry this burden.
Uh-oh. So something occurred. Obviously, whatever the incident was that made them, got them on the wanted list, something definitely happened.
Does it have to do with any? But I'm reaching my fucking limit here. These things have taken so much away from us, yet you still run to them every chance you get.
So Jonah has revealed that the alternates have taken things from them. Jonah reveals alts have taken so much away. I'm interested.
No, fucking listen to me. You're not invincible, okay? I know you thought that when we started doing these fucking death marches, and nothing happened, and I get it. But this right here is real.
Ooh, man, okay. Moment of truth. We're going to find out, maybe what occurred to get them on the wanted list. What did they lose? They've had previous encounters with the alternates before. Adam seems to be very intrigued by them, whereas Jonah is very fearful of them.
And you should know that more than anybody. What's that even supposed to mean? I wish we never looked for your...
Wow. I wish, probably his mother, we never looked for your blank. It was redacted because she is dead and gone. Could have been girlfriend too.
Because she is dead and gone, and we were never gonna get her back. What did you just fucking say to me? And I'm sorry that these are the lives that we lead today, but Adam, if you walked down those stairs, you'd be joining her.
Oh gosh, it's probably his lover or something from the past. This is insane. Wow. That sounds like backstory. Wonder if we'll get any in future videos. Adam has been actively seeking them out. He sure has. Adam actively seeks them out. Maybe in an attempt to get close to his missing person, whoever that may be, mother, sister, or loved one.
And if by some miracle you come back out, I don't think you'd be yourself. And I'm telling you right now that I won't be here to confirm that.
Maybe, and he's probably not wrong when he says that. He's thinking, I'm willingly just going to get up and go if you go down there. Adam's very frustrated, very adamant to go down there, and again, possibly in an attempt to reconnect with a lost loved one. But Jonah is probably not wrong because he says, I won't be here. It's probably because he's going to be dealt with in his own special way.
Just fucking leave me! Leave!
Excellent backstory so far. Okay, now we got the footage, I'm assuming, of Adam, because he's got the more, whatever, updated camera. Maybe. Looks like it sounds like he's walking down the stairs. I'm looking around because I heard noise and I'm like, oh gosh. Hey, this is the same cat that we saw in the stress test for children. Let me look at my notes really quickly. It's the toddler stress assessment, I think. I'm looking. Toddler stress assessment. Okay. So we hear that cat on, and oh my gosh, that's the cat's meows, and that's why she heard them, and it's on a TV, so clearly it's being projected by a creature. Okay, I see. So now we see the cat projected on TV, possibly from the toddler stress assessment. This is not good. Not good. Okay. We've seen and heard this before. Let's see. One will go further in, the other will run away. When the TV appears, try and think back on the videos we've already seen. We've seen and heard this before. Yeah, in my opinion, we've seen this on the toddler stress assessment. That's my opinion anyways. Because I remember seeing this twice. Remember, well, never mind. I was going to say, oh, gosh. Oh, man, it's not good. We have the non-alternate's face. Appears on screen. This guy is apparently not an alternate. It's so confusing to me as to why he's not an alternate. Oh. So now his face changes to the black form with white eyes. Oh gosh. Okay, there's so much happening there. Well, thanks to Night of Blackfire, we now know how to play in super slow-mo. So we're gonna go super slow here. What are you? Interesting. They're speaking to each other. Oh, look, Mark and Caesar. Oh, gosh. Okay. Here goes. Adam asks what the creature is. Then TV, I guess, TV shows string of images. Now, we see some crazy lady. Oh, God, it's terrifying. Mark and Caesar. The Department of Temporal Phenomenon. The church. Oh, gosh. It's just cycling through these same images. Oh. Yeah. I'm spooked. So the string of images includes pretty much the United States Department of Temporal Phenomenon. Also includes Mark and Caesar, the Hanged Woman, the church, and then of course it shows some various alternates. I'm not entirely sure which ones, alternate types. I'm not sure which one it shows. Whoa, it's creepy. Okay, let's go. We've seen that one in the hood this video. Yep. The upside down head seems to know Adam. You don't remember me. Ooh, it's probably his mother, the girlfriend, or whatever. You don't remember me. I think that's so important. Oh yeah, I know that song. Dun, 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 dun. It's definitely a music box. I forget the name of that song though. Oh my gosh. Okay. Did it say what have you done? What have you done? I believe it's almost like this non-alternate creature can trap the people from behind that other realm that they exist in. So maybe there's a place that exists between time and space that can only be accessed through these mirrors and TVs. And maybe when the smiling man, I'll call him that for now because I don't know if that's Gabriel. Gabriel is certainly the angel one. Uh, the smiling man, if you will, he seems to be able to capture people and maybe keep them trapped in a place in between time and space. That's why we see Mark and Caesar there. Maybe I don't know if it's the mother or the woman that Adam was actively seeking out. We see pictures of the church. So Mark is seemingly very important. And then we saw other alternates in there as well. So is that like the realm in which they live? The portal beyond the mirrors and TVs or what? Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody knows where you are. Now he's calling out for Jonah. That spectrometer is going crazy. So the spectrometer is going nuts. It's picking up readings, I guess. Picking up readings. Oh, this is terrible. All right. What if Adam was one of the missing? Oh, whoa. That's incredible because they did say we've lost so much. They've taken so much away from us. That upside down head seems to know Adam. You don't remember me. Baby crib sounds. What and the hanging woman, remember? What if Adam was one of the missing children? What have you done? Yeah, it has a point. Only Jonah knows where Adam is, and Jonah has run away. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, so possible Adam could be missing child, and hanged woman could be the mother. This is insane. What a great connection. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Do you understand? Why is that important? I'm not sure. Let's see. Do you understand on screen? That's on screen. That's important. It's so important that they actually showed it on screen, and now it wasn't just being read through the little radio spectrometer deal. And now we switch to Jonah. Oh gosh, here we go. And Jonah's using the GPS. Okay, so at 19 minutes and 37 seconds, we have Jonah driving away with the GPS on. That is not good. Not a good sign. Wherever he's trying to get, he ain't getting there until 4 a.m. Oh gosh, you left him behind. Uh-oh. Who are you running from? Oh my gosh. That is not good. Oh. Error code 333, you left him to die. We've seen that multiple times. Error code 333, you left him to die. That's not creepy at all. Oh my gosh. Now we switch. He isn't doing so good. Certainly not. And now we see that repeated 333 yet again. The GPS signal is now weak. He's lost time apparently because now the ETA is 5:23 a.m. Like, what the heck was that? Hold on. So we hear him get out of the car. Jonah leaves the car. He opens car door anyways. Crying. Then screams. So he must have either got captured, hurt, injured by something. Maybe he got hit by a car. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. But we know at that point the GPS signal was weak. I don't see anything else. And there wasn't any lights on the road, so he probably didn't get hit by anything. Whew, that was a beatdown. Absolute beatdown. Golly. That was good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was excellent. It's only a matter of time to see how this develops, you know? Gosh, this looks crazy. Now it's super duper bright. Bloop, turn that light off. I am absolutely loving this. I'm so torn. You know, I don't know what to do next in terms of... It don't matter. Okay. I'm not sure what to do next in terms of... you know, like, do we... Happy Meat Farms has obviously come out with the latest video. I think it'd be best to try, if we can, to finish this before we revisit Happy Meat Farms, so we can have some sort of continuity to it. But, you know, there's always that concern of, man, I'd like to kind of get in on it while it's fresh. So maybe I'll do a poll tonight and see if what we should watch on Friday. Should we watch the new video for the IT department for Happy Meat Farms, or should we continue our exploration of the Mandela Catalogue? The Mandela Catalogue. That sounds cool, the Mandela. That could be something. Anyways, I would like for you guys to let me know. I hope you've enjoyed this stream so far. I kind of went beyond my normal time. I need to get something to eat like in 7 minutes and then leave. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's see what the chat's saying right here. Night of Blackfire. So yeah, 333 yet again. Open your eyes. He left the car. Open your eyes, the result of information that is not desired to be known. Oh. Open your eyes. That is the result of information that is not desired to be known. Your eyes are being opened. You're being enlightened. The result of info that is not desired to be known. which then ties back to Mad, of course. That is incredible. Only 2 videos left in Act 1. 2 things that might cause Mad. Okay. Ooh, that's awesome. So, I guess, yeah, Mad is definitely whenever you receive that information. Typically, like, they pop up and then they phase in, they pop up and they whisper that stuff to you that totally breaks you down mentally. That is insane. So I don't know. I'll do a poll, but honestly, I would love to kind of stick with the Mandela Catalog and then revisit Happy Meat Farms at a later time, just for the sake of continuity. You know, I like that the mindset that I'm currently in is 100% geared towards the Mandela Catalog right now. So jumping back in and trying to find different types of clues, and it's just a whole nother thing. But I wouldn't mind doing it, but I do like a little bit of consistency. But anyways, you guys are amazing. I want to say thank you so much for stopping by today. We will be going live again Friday, and I'll do my best to not have any more, skipped sessions. We have so much to cover. We have a Steam dock to purchase as well. I need to find a way to make $80, $89 plus shipping to get the ability to order the Steam dock so that I can play things like Amanda the Adventurer. There's some other excellent games on there as well that are geared towards the analog horror type genre or just horror games in general that are really good that you just can't play on console in many instances. So if I can find a way to amass that amount of wealth, we'll be able to go ahead and get that. So maybe in May we can start doing some playthroughs of games as opposed to simply just doing the reaction and live theorizing for these videos. I'm going to continue to always do these because there's so many analog horrors out there. There's still many that I want to view as well, including Monument Mythos, the Smile Tapes. There's just a bunch of others that I've seen, not watched, but I've seen, meaning like I'm aware of very vaguely. I just maybe, you see them on Reddit. Like, is this an ARG or whatever? You kind of get that kind of information. There's so many good ones out there that I would like to explore together. So we'll be doing that. And maybe for a period of time, I'll stream more often on this channel and move around some of the other pieces of the puzzle. Summer's coming up, so I won't have a school schedule to adhere to anymore, so we'll be able to possibly fit in more content. So that's something I'm considering. But anyways, let's see what chat has to say. Yeah, we can finish Act 1, then do Happy Meat. I'd be cool with that because that means Friday we could finish that act, jump into Happy Meat Farms as well. It sucks to do it on the same stream though, because it'd be nice to be able to separate the two. But even so, it'd be nice to at least explore, because I'm sure I'll have to do some off-stream kind of like, all right, let's study this video 1,000 times and see what code we get. We know that Jared's got the 3 red eyes. I've seen Jared in a number of the other videos, so it's possible that in those instances where you see Jared throughout the other videos, that's the code to the IT department. So just something to consider. Okay, so here's the way it's going to work. So 2 things. No, we finish Act 1, then we can do Happy Meat. After that, do the original copies, then Act 2. Okay, original copies, then Act 2. I wonder, I guess after Act 2, do we do all the extra promo materials or whatever it was? I'm sure that's probably where those fit in, and before we jump into the next section. But that is super exciting. I'm really loving this. I hope that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. It's been so much fun for me to do this kind of content. At some point, I need to incorporate, more of this analog horror stuff. So that's why I want to do some of the playthrough and the guides and the games and stuff like that. Because I did a poll, and you guys still want to see not only just analog horror, but you also want to see like my game guides and whatever else. So I'll make sure I pepper those things in as they come across. So, anyways, it's just really just getting a feel for what you guys want to see, and then what my schedule can account for. That way I can fit it all in. Ooh, nice. We could. I think one of the ad videos has lore. Nice. That'd be interesting. But yeah, we'll see. I definitely would. We're going to go ahead and continue the Mandela Catalog, at least for the time being. I'll decide whether or not we're going to do Happy Meat Farms, unless we want to do it as a bonus stream sometime next week, prior to my move. Because after my move, that whole weekend is going to be really kind of crazy. And then after that, I should be able to get everything set back up so we can go ahead and be live and streaming again. But anyways, once again, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on today's stream. We will be live Friday for sure. And just be on the lookout for any polls or anything like that, because I want to hear from you guys and see what maybe works best for the channel. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Night of Blackfire, you specifically have been awesome and amazing this entire time. Mr. Singularity, of course, is always really supports as well. GL is nice and quiet. Really wants us to see the original copies, but we'll get to that for sure. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out. I'll catch you.